Let's talk about 3 common mistakes people make when they are trying to get shredded. Number 1 is going to be overly strenuous cardio. I am guilty of this one myself. For years, I was doing high intensity sprints as a way of burning those last shreds of fat at the end of my workouts. But I wasn't really considering that this type of activity, this level of intensity, requires recovery of its own. I would wake up with achy legs the next day, and to be honest, as stupid as it sounds, I would just power through, continue to hit the gym day after day. I'd do very, very ineffective leg workouts, making absolutely no progress, and I would continue to perform those sprints day after day after day. Furthermore, this type of cardio is going to leave you feeling hungry, which is going to require for you to replenish your body, refeed your body more so than other types of cardio. And depending on where you're at mentally, can you handle that hunger? It's going to lead you to potentially fall off, especially at nighttime. Yes, cardio is important and we should not neglect it. We should not neglect the cardiovascular side of our training. But if your priority right now is fat loss, I would replace that high intensity work with some low intensity, steady state cardio. I do 3 to 4 times a week, 45 minutes on a treadmill, slight incline. You've heard it all before. That does the trick. That's going to get you in that fat burning zone, and that is going to leave you dripping with sweat and also feeling fresh for your lifting workouts later on in the week. Mistake number 2, guys, is that you convince yourself that because you are in a calorie deficit, because your goal is to get shredded, you can't go as hard when you are actually training. This is a myth if you are training for muscle density, which if you've seen the thumbnail picture, which is me by the way, I think you should be. Similar to the high intensity cardio, we are not looking at long strenuous workouts when we are in that fat burning phase. We are looking at strength training. We are going to be lifting heavy, and in these workouts we are going to be using power in very short bursts, and then we are going to be taking plenty of time to recover. Focus on those heavy lifts, 2 to 4 reps, slow, controlled motion. You're going to get that myofibrillar hypertrophy. You're going to get that muscle density. And when you get your body fat low enough, everything is going to pop and look that much more impressive. And number 3, guys, and of course, fat loss is all about the diet. 2 parts. Number 1, you're not eating enough. Simply, you are not eating enough. Number 2, you are not eating enough of the correct foods, the correct micronutrients. Again, mistake from my past. When I first started cutting down, I shied away from carbohydrates so much. And I'll tell you, I do believe that a low carb diet can be beneficial for certain people, particularly if you are overweight and you're looking to start that fat loss journey. I do think it is a method that you can utilize. However, once I got to a low body fat percentage, I needed to change all that because I was looking flat and I was looking skinny. I was looking ultimately unimpressive. All that hard work that I had done to shift that way, and I wasn't feeling that great for it. In that instance, I reintroduced the carbohydrates. I felt the benefit, all that glycogen in the muscles, everything seemed to pop and it looked that much more impressive. One of the unspoken truths of getting lean is that you are actually gonna look bigger. It might sound a little bit silly because you're not going to be carrying all that additional weight through the fat. Those muscles, if you've got that density, if you've got that body composition right, and that is through your training program, are going to pop as soon as that fat starts to burn off. The idea is never to look skinny. We want to look jacked, but we have to be smart about the way we do this. We have to do it in stages. You can prioritize burning the body fat first. You can kind of put the body composition on the back burner, but you should think of it as 2 converging roads that are going to meet at a certain point as you continue to get a lower body fat. Your muscle density, your body composition should continue to improve underneath that layer of fat. Eventually, those 2 roads should meet and everything should unveil itself at the same time. Do not make these mistakes, guys. The same mistakes that I made for years and years. That is why I've made this channel, to pass on my knowledge to you, because now I am able to maintain a lean, aesthetic, dense physique all year round. If you're interested in how you can do that too, be sure to like this video, drop a comment down below for the algorithm, and subscribe to the channel for more great content.